Hello and welcome to SchmalstiegV04 GmbH Cleaning Services. We care for our employees and take responsibility for their health and well-being. Our aim is for you to perform your tasks safely, reliably and cleanly. Sustainability and health are essential elements of our company philosophy. This film will show you how to carry out maintenance cleaning correctly, in accordance with all the regulations on cleaning and safety. We attach great value to working well with one another. Always be polite, attentive and helpful when you come across other people. Before you enter a room, knock on the door and then greet the person in a friendly way. If someone does not want to be disturbed, come back later. When you have finished your work, say goodbye politely. Use our digital time logging app to record your working hours simply and reliably. When you start working for us, you will receive a personal QR code. Scan this with your mobile phone when you start work and also when you finish work. The codes are normally kept in the cleaning room. You must also sign in on the timesheet for the German Customs Authority. This is prescribed by law and is important for our documentation. Please do not smoke, make private phone calls, listen to music or play games on your mobile while you're working. You can use your break times for this. You are legally entitled to breaks if you work 6 hours or longer. Please work according to your work area plan and service specifications so that you don't do too much or too little work. Your work area plan is both your personal work schedule and your work instructions. It contains all the important information: which rooms you must clean, which tasks you must complete, and on which days you should do these. So that your holiday planning runs smoothly, please hand your holiday request form to your facilities manager at least 4 weeks in advance and wait for approval. Then we can organize your replacement and ensure that the team's work functions smoothly. Your health and compliance with all the regulations are important to us. At your place of work, always wear clean work clothing and closed non-slip shoes. You are not allowed to wear jewelry on your hands while working. Your personal protective equipment, such as gloves and protective goggles, must always be clean and close at hand. If you need additional personal protective equipment, please ask your facilities manager. Before you start work, wash your hands, disinfect them if necessary, and then use hand protection cream. You must wear rubber gloves when you are doing wet cleaning work. If you have allergies or skin problems, please inform your supervisor immediately. For reasons of safety and health protection, eating and drinking are not allowed at any time during the cleaning process. You should exclusively use the break rooms for this. If you are pregnant, please inform us in good time so that we can ensure there are suitable protective measures. Usually, no hazardous substances are used when cleaning buildings, but you should always wear personal protective equipment such as gloves and protective goggles according to the hazard assessment by your company. Before using cleaning materials, carefully read the safety symbols and information on the packaging and follow the operating instructions in your facility folder or in the cleaning room. Many products also have a QR code on the safety label. Use this to quickly find further safety information. By following these instructions, you will always be safe and protected when working. Check all electrical equipment thoroughly before using it. Does the equipment look clean and safe? Is the cable undamaged? Are the plug and the socket in good condition? For safety reasons, you should always use the mobile FI circuit breaker provided by the company. Only use equipment that is working perfectly and never carry out your own repairs. Never touch electrical equipment with wet hands. If an equipment item is faulty or damaged, stop working immediately. You must no longer use the faulty item, and you must replace it with an item that is in proper working order. Clearly label the equipment item as defect. Inform your facilities manager immediately. Many accidents at work are caused by people tripping, slipping or falling. Always keep pathways free and dry. Wipe up any spilt liquids immediately. When doing wet cleaning work, it is essential to place the Rutschgefahr slip hazard floor sign where it can easily be seen. Our rule is cleaning staff must never use ladders or steps when doing maintenance cleaning. Damage might occur at any place of work. This could make your work more difficult or even dangerous. Examples are blocked drains, faulty toilets, damaged electric sockets, faulty light switches, or broken lighting. Never carry out repairs on your own, and never undertake provisional solutions. Report the fault to the facilities manager immediately and tell them what is faulty, where the damage is, and if known, how long it has existed. This will enable the fault to be repaired quickly and the work can run safely and smoothly. Always keep your cleaning products room clean and tidy. This helps to prevent mold, bacteria, and smells. Used mops, cloths, and covers must be washed immediately or placed ready to be laundered. Buckets and wringers must be rinsed with clean water after every use. Ensure that floor drains, sink areas, and floors are kept clean and dry. Always wind hoses tidily to prevent tripping hazards. After use, all cleaning equipment must be cleaned, put away tidily, and left to dry. As far as possible, ensure that all containers are closed properly. Cleaning products must exclusively be used from their original containers. Chargers must not be operated unsupervised or overnight. Every time you start work in a new building, familiarize yourself with the escape and rescue plans. These are usually displayed in entrances and hallways and will give you all the important information on where to find the escape routes, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, and first aid points. We use the 4-color system so that no germs are transferred from one area to another. Every color represents a specific cleaning area. All cloths, sponges, and buckets must be used in matching colors. Red is exclusively intended for the WC area and its immediate surroundings. Yellow is for the other surfaces in the sanitary area. Red and yellow cleaning utensils must only be used in the sanitary area and never in other rooms. Blue stands for all normal, everyday areas that are only lightly soiled. Green is used mainly in kitchens and food areas. Depending on the customer's wishes, green can also be used for other sensitive areas. By folding the cleaning cloths correctly, you can work completely hygienically. Fold the cloth as follows. Fold the cloth in half once and then fold it in half again. This will give you 4 clean areas to use for wiping. The cloth only goes into the dirty laundry when all sides have been used. The double bucket mopping trolley is an important appliance for damp mopping. There might be different designs from one building to another. The double bucket mopping trolley always consists of 2 buckets, blue for clean water and red for dirty water. Between them is the wringer for wringing out the mop. When the mop is wrung out, the dirty water flows directly into the red bucket. The blue bucket is for your cleaning solution. Fill it to 2/3 full with clean cold water, then add the right quantity of cleaning agent. The red bucket is for the dirty water. It is also 2/3 filled with clean cold water. To mop, dampen the mop in the blue bucket and wring it out in the wringer so that it is only slightly damp. Then wipe the floor with smooth, even movements. Always work from the clean area to the dirty area. If the mop gets dirty or becomes too dry, wash it out in the red bucket, wring it out, then dampen it again in the blue bucket and wring it out again. Repeat this process until all the areas are clean. After cleaning, pour the dirty water from the red bucket into the WC. Rinse out both buckets with clean water. Ensure that you leave the WC clean again. Clean and replace the cloths, mops, and buckets regularly. When you use a vacuum cleaner, check at the beginning that it is undamaged and that the dust bag has been correctly inserted. Change the dust bag as soon as it is around 2/3 full. The vacuum cleaner must never be used without a dust bag or filter. Never vacuum up liquids or smoldering residue. After use, wind the cable up properly and put the vacuum cleaner away again. If the work instructions specify the use of a scrubber dryer or single disc machine, please contact us if you have not been instructed on how to use these. We will then instruct you properly on operating the equipment. It is important to dose cleaning agents correctly. To obtain good cleaning results, using too much cleaning agent leaves residues results in faster resoiling and can damage surfaces. Using too little reduces the cleaning performance. We mainly use dosing caps. One capful corresponds to the correct quantity. Otherwise, use the quantity specified on the label or in the operating instructions. Always wear your protective goggles when working with undiluted cleaning agents or if there is a risk of getting splashed. The cleaning agents are designed for use with cold water. This protects your airways and skin. If you are unsure or there are no dosing caps available, please contact your facilities manager. They will help you and ensure that you always work correctly and cleanly. Damp mopping is a basic floor cleaning technique. Once you have dosed the cleaning solution correctly, removed any obstacles and set up warning signs, you can start work. Completely wet the mop once and then wring it out firmly so that it is only slightly damp. Clean the edges and corners first. For the main area, use the S-shaped or figure of 8 swing technique. Start at the furthest point in the room. Move the mop back and forth in smooth motions in front of you. Work towards the door without walking on wet areas. Rinse the mop out again from time to time. For heavily soiled areas, take a fresh mop. Wooden and laminate floors must never be cleaned wet, so that no germs are transferred from one area to another. We use the 4-color system already mentioned. Red is exclusively intended for toilets, urinals, and their immediate surrounding area. Important, red utensils must only be used there. Yellow is for the other surfaces in the sanitary area, e.g. mirrors, wash basins, fittings, dispensers, waste paper baskets and walls, shelves and switches. Red and yellow cleaning utensils must only be used in the sanitary area and never in other rooms. Blue stands for all normal, everyday areas that are only lightly soiled, e.g. in offices and recreation rooms, on furniture, shelving, doors, light switches and radiators. Switch off the power to the lift, then remove any loose articles. Then use a damp cloth to wipe the interior surfaces, mirrors, handrails, operating elements, the floor and the door frame both inside and outside the lift. Then thoroughly wipe everything dry. Finally, switch the power to the lift back on again. Green is the special color in the 4-color system and is used above all in kitchens and in all areas where food is processed or stored. This includes jointly used kitchen counters and kitchen cupboards, where cleanliness and odor prevention are especially important. Dirt trapping areas and mats trap the majority of the dirt that is carried in from outside. Therefore, regular cleaning is important. Thoroughly sweep or vacuum up the coarse dirt and beat the mats if necessary. Also, clean the floor under the mats before you put them down again. Waste must always be collected, sorted and disposed of properly and in accordance with the requirements in the service specifications. Always wear gloves when emptying refuse bags and close the bags well. If you come into contact with contaminated waste such as tissues, food remains or hygiene articles, wash and disinfect your hands thoroughly afterwards. Dirty water belongs exclusively in WC bowls and not in wash basins or kitchen sinks. Remains of cleaning agents must not be tipped down the drain. When disposing of waste, the following categories and colors must be borne in mind. Blue paper clean. Dry paper belongs here, e.g. paper, cardboard and newspapers. Yellow, packaging for light packaging made of metal, plastic or composite materials. Black, residual waste. Everything that is soiled or cannot be recycled, such as food leftovers, hygiene articles or heavily soiled packaging. The colors for the waste separation might vary depending on where they are used. Additional waste containers are also possible. Finally, a few important points you should think about during your final check, and if they are listed in the service specifications. Have you put the crockery away? Have you emptied the dishwasher? Have all the work surfaces and the sink been cleaned? Has the waste been disposed of? Are the windows closed? Is the light turned off? You have now learned the most important basics of maintenance cleaning. Everything you need so you can perform your work safely, reliably and cleanly. If you have questions or are unsure whether you are supposed to carry out a task, always ask your facilities manager, who will be happy to help you. Our customers are only satisfied if you do a good job, and that safeguards all our jobs. Thank you for your attention, and stay healthy.